YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Attila on the East Rome campaign, and I apologize last time I accidentally hit the wrong button and ended the recording a few seconds earlier than I wanted, so you didn't really miss much. Basically, I chased off as many of those leftover assassin stacks as I could so that they would certainly be worthless. The Lockmids do have an army outside Ctesiphon. I'm uncertain as to whether it has a what do you call it, a onager or anything that could actually help them take Ctesiphon in a single turn. It's not real likely that they do, but you know, just something I'm gonna have to keep in mind here. So all I lost was one spearman and one Sagittarii unit after that battle as well, so there was not any great losses. So one of the things that I noticed is we're going to need to, well, we can either subjugate the, so let me look at something real quick. So if we look at the map here, let's cancel out of that. If we just look at this map, faction ownership wise, we can kind of get an idea of what my empire looks like at the moment. We've penetrated quite a ways into East Roman territory, so we've captured territory in Armenia, and we've captured territory in Azuristan, or however you say it. In Arabia Felix, though, we've got Macron, who I believe is a puppet state of the Sassanids, and they own all three regions here. And we've got several other Sassanid puppet states in front of us, including Atropatene here, so they've got, I think, 3 regions. The Sassanids themselves, though, I think they still own Persis, and they own Spahan, and it's possible that they've captured something else further back. But the thing is if I get the Sassanids to their last settlement and take it, then all of their client states now become mine. So I'm actually a little bit hesitant to run down here and spend time trying to actually capture Arabia Felix from Macron. So I have not attempted to do so just yet, because I don't feel it highly necessary. However, we do have a few interesting things that are about to take place. We're about to get some civil, or some what do you call it? Rebellion in this province. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard, but yeah, we're about to get some pretty serious rebellion here in Armenia. This army is kind of retraining, and at Edessa, I don't really have the structures that I want to be able to train troops, though we do need to build something here. Let's kind of think. So I've got an aqueduct, so we should be quite good from a squalor standpoint. It's not bad, though the squalor will go up over time. Let's go ahead and build a fountain here, just because why not? And then I might go ahead and put in this statue of the divine to help spread a little Roman paganism. And again, I added a mod that tweaks the corruption from pure stupidity to what I consider to be sanity, and some of you may or may not like that, but I certainly like it, and that's the way I'd like to keep it. So yeah, I'm not sure there's a whole lot else that I probably have to get done on this turn. Plus 2% replenishment would be nice. Extra public order in a province is kind of nice too. Let's go ahead and open that one though. Light unit recruits, I mean, that's not that big a deal. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this one so that I get extra ammunition and then some replenishment. It won't be massive, but it'll give us something. Let's take a look at the general. So we can get up to 6 melee defense. Going with that one. This one's also melee defense, but what opens after it is the question. So that's a cavalry commander and a fleet commander. I don't really care to open those. This would get them a pretty decent discount on recruiting troops as well. So let's go ahead and completely open up this one and get the extra 6 melee defense, and then perhaps as we upgrade, I might try to go to Overseer. Alright, let's see. I could technically spend more money, and it probably wouldn't hurt. I'm making decent money though at this point. And it looks like I said, the Langobards have kind of taken off running. They are right over here, actually. The Scythes of the Morning, as they like to call themselves. I kind of want to move up to this point. Let's see. I can't really tell what kind of army they have. This one's junk, just garbage army. I don't want them to hit Macedon's only city here, because they could potentially end up subjugating Macedon. So I actually think I'm going to kind of move up to this point here and hold it.
Is that all?
I can't fortify because I did move more than the points, but that's actually a river crossing right there. I didn't quite see it from back there, but it is a river crossing. So if we just move up, we can hold the river crossing against the Langobards, and there's probably not much they can do to stop that. Let's remind myself what we're doing from we're trying to research this town and herbs so we can build bigger towns. And it may not be a bad idea to just honestly hit back into some of the military tech. I'd kind of like to get my general upgraded to a Comes, and then the armored Sagittarii would be nice as well because my archers are quite crap. So I may just start working on that next. Getting a hold of the wheat mills would be nice, but I'm not really hurt for food at the moment. And then the wheat mills are going to lose their usefulness over time as well, just because of the food penalties. This will enable me to train more spies, though, and hey, why not? I'm going to save a little money and start trying to build up the interest again so that it'll pay for everything. We do have some more upgrades, so let's just hit interns because it'll take me straight to it. Gonna go ahead and do the replenishment there as well. Ah, I still had movements with my army up in that other province. Crap, I totally forgot. That'll be alright. So I was thinking about marching forward with it and subjugating the Iran, which is one of the Sassanid puppet states. You could either subjugate or destroy them at this point. Subjugation would actually kind of be preferable. Not going to be much of the West Rome. Yeah, look. The Langobards think they want to play with the big boys here, and they're going to try and do a river crossing against all these armored legionaries. I don't feel like this is a good idea for them. It's because it's not. This is a really foolish idea for them. So let's go ahead and play it and show them why it's foolishness. This will be good, though. We can give the Langobards a good solid thrashing here. They've basically just got crap spears, which I'm hoping the javelins really were removed from. And then all these young wolves. A pike unit's not going to be too much worry. They don't have a ton of skirmishers either. What is up with this? Why'd they start me so far back from the river crossing? Doesn't make any sense. There's 2 crossing points. I don't know if the computer will try to assault 2 or just 1. I'm going to assume they'll probably pour their interest to the center here. And if they go all for 1, let's just do this just in case we need to block one up for a little while. And if they go that way, so let's just kind of put my cav halfway in between. Put my levies amateur over here. Not on fire at will just yet. There we go. Let's get my general on this side. Go ahead and start the battle. AI is lined up across both. But let's see what they do. They may not actually choose to attack across both. Actually, it looks like they will.
Enemy has reinforcements.
Let's go ahead and allow them to do part of their crossing here. Basically, I'm going to try and almost encourage the AI to cross over here. I'll use my spears to pin their infantry, and then use my cavalry to smash them. So they're free to cross there if they wish. In fact, the AI looks like it's not really sure what it wants to do. It's Let's move one Cataphractari to the other side. I always forget about that shift movement thing. Need to use it more often. All those spears do have javelins, which is unfortunate, because that'll help them get a lot of extra damage against my men. Which means that actually using a Testudo here to just block the entryway is probably going to be the best bet, because then they'll just waste their javelins on my Testudo troops. So yeah, it's funny too, because I think the patch notes said they were going to take away the javelins from the Germanic levies, and they didn't. That's unfortunately been the story of CA's patchwork since Rome 2 as well. They did pretty much the same thing on the last Rome 2 patch. Said they changed things, but didn't. Not sure what the reasoning behind that is. Okay, so the AI is going to go ahead and try and cross with a small contingent here. I'm going to try and get into the defensive Testudo just in time. Okay, Cataphractari should be able to crush these mercenary steppe raiders, and then I'll just rear charge the enemy infantry here. I need to actually go out of Testudo and pin these spears so that they don't do that, which was throw their javelins. I'm going to immediately rear charge these young wolves here so that they can't kill my cavalry. And that's probably won't take much more than that to break these young wolves. I'm going to come charge these guys. Let's bring this cav back over. AI is not attempting anything over here yet, but we should be able to crush this small contingent. It was insufficient. Let's pull through here. Charge back in. Take our Lanciarii Senioris. I'm trying to charge these spears out, but they're kind of like down in a weird position that's not giving me clean charges. So we'll just beat them down with the Lanciarii Senioris. And the AI is going to go ahead and commit a few more troops over here, which again is kind of utter foolishness. Let's keep our Cataphractari here. These guys actually took some losses disengaging from some fights, which was definitely suboptimal. Let's go ahead and set up again. Basically just rebait the trap here. Those Germanic levy are going down. The AI is going to start crossing over here, and they're going to accomplish nothing against this wall of armored legio. I mean, that's a pretty cool sight, to be honest. Look at my guys just defending here. They're like, you shall not pass. And all the missile fire that they can muster will not do them the kind of good that they need it to. Let's pull these guys back a little so that we can lure the AI out into a worse position. And then, like I said, just rear charge all of these spear units. I'll lose a few men pulling away from this mercenary Germanic mounted warband, but it won't be a big deal. I guess it's because the pathfinding kind of allows them to go around this rock in kind of an odd way. Okay, let's just go ahead and pin these guys. Let's pull all these cav up over here. I want to get this Cataphractari to get the rear charge here. Yeah, these guys are up against a wall of steel over there. Let's move the Equites Promoti out of the way, and then we're going to rear charge the crap out of these Germanic levy. So here comes the Langobard sandwich, fresh to order here. Those Cataphractari are going to get monster kills on that charge. And these Germanic levy may come in to try and get some damage done on my Cataphractari here, so I'm going to bring my Equites Promoti in. Their cavalry's kind of doing weird things again too, which is screwing with my guys, and I'm going to have to pull out of this fight and probably take a lot of losses. Yeah, it took more losses than I wanted there. But it won't be too bad. Just go ahead and pull away and let our spearmen finish this fight. That enemy cav was chasing me, and it's going to get its charge stopped. And then we can countercharge back in. Yeah, look at this big blob. It's like lagging my computer out because it's such a blob. Really disappointed, honestly, in how this game runs. It should run much, much better. It's really kind of pathetic that it doesn't. But I still like the game. So I guess I'll cut it some slack, even though I don't want to. I definitely expected it to be more more system intensive than Rome 2, but I mean, it's just, I mean, like this right here. I mean, this doesn't happen on Rome 2. Look at the lag, the frame lag there. That doesn't happen on Rome 2. Doesn't happen on Shogun 2, and both of them look just as good, to be honest. I understand they added more textures and other stuff to this, and so again, but I mean, I'm running a high-end i7 and a 970 graphics card. Like, it's not like I'm overclocked 970 graphics cards. So it's not like I'm running crap. I understand that you can make a better build than that, but even I think it was Maximus, for instance, was running like I think he had SLI'd 980s, and it still wouldn't run this game at 60 FPS on the settings that he wanted to. So, I mean, it's just been kind of a frustration point for a lot of fans, to be honest. It's not enough to make you hate the game or want to stop playing the game. It's just a frustration point, really. It doesn't make it unplayable, and it runs actually better on the battle map than it does on the campaign map, believe it or not. Let's charge those spearmen, get them off the field, and then we just need to line up a rear charge and set up the death trap here, basically. Yeah, their troops are going to fall in droves to those well-braced legionaries. I think my spearmen just called themselves Equites Promoti. Look at that Germanic levy fighting down to 9 men. It's impressive feat of morale for such a weak unit. Yeah, we've got the enemy right where we want him here. That bow unit has used almost all of its ammo. I'm actually going to move up here and see if I can throw some javelins like up and over. Ha! It's like some weird lighting glitches going on there too. Oh, Attila. No, don't just throw. Don't just throw. You're killing my own men. Calm down there. See if we can target something further back, please. So that we're not... Yeah, we're just javelin. Just stop. I can see my own men dropping whenever I threw the javelins because they're not getting the right arc, so just forget it. I wish there was like a fire on an area rather than just targeting, where I could tell my javelins just target the ground somewhere, like throw your javelins up and over. Seems like it would make sense, but it's not available, and I don't want to kill a bunch of my own Eastern Armored Legio. Man, it is frame lagging hard on top of that battle over there, like probably worse than I've ever seen it. And I did use the extreme unit sizes, which I shouldn't have, but I was just curious because whenever my NVIDIA game optimization settings downloaded or whatever, I was just running on the settings that it suggested out of curiosity, and it obviously tries to set some of them too high. But again, I don't see why Attila shouldn't run on these settings with the type of rig I have, at least in my mind. So I'm just letting these cav rest back here in case you're wondering why I'm taking my time, because I'm really not losing men, not at any kind of quick rate. Just gonna let all these guys get nice and fresh, because we need to bring in a very, very pummeling charge. We are going to have our charge slowed down significantly by the water, but just the attack in the rear penalty ought to do the job. I was kind of hoping that these guys had flaming arrows, or flaming javelins, but they do not. And what I'm going to do is kind of pause it for a minute and just give each of these units a different charge order here, just so I don't blob all into one unit. I don't know, let's just see how that goes. Okay, so here comes my cavalry. What the heck just happened? I think I hit the J key by accident and gave my guys an about face order. Now I'm going to have to retreat from here and re-engage this enemy Germanic mounted warband, and I'm going to take some losses on the way out. That's annoying. I accidentally hit the wrong key. Let's destroy that Germanic mounted warband. I'm gonna recharge back in. My Equites Promoti ought to slaughter these guys with little problem. Just don't want them reinforcing with spears, which they may be trying to, I can't tell. But yeah, that Germanic mounted warband's dying very, very quickly. Let's line up again. Yeah, they're running infantry out after me now. At least trying to. They got a Germanic levy chasing me. So I'm going to pull clean out of the water. If that Germanic levy wants to chase me, I've now got infantry back here too. It'll be hard for me to get a good clean charge on the Germanic levy because it's spread out so much. Look, there's a weird map glitch here too. Really hoping Attila gets some patches soon. It's been far too long since they've patched. Okay, that Germanic levy is going to get pretty well decimated. The AI is starting to try and turn around a bunch of troops. These spears are all fresh now. Thinking about bringing these spearmen down here because they're going to start throwing a bunch of javelins and stuff at my cav. One of my cataphractari is wavering, just because it's attacked in the rear. If we want to, we can kind of set up an anvil for my cav to use here. But just, yeah, look at all the javelins coming off those Germanic levy, killing a lot of my Lanciarii Seniores. Let's go ahead and spread out a little over here. I don't want to blob all in there. It's kind of weird that formation attack all of a sudden also exited the game on Attila. So guys use kind of really weird blobbish formations. Here we go. So see, now all these infantry are set against an anvil, which is my spearmen, and my cavalry can come in here with devastating effect. The AI is already turning around and throwing javelins at all my cav, and they're killing whole units of cavalry with just cheap Germanic levy getting a few javelins off. The javelins were supposed to be removed from the Germanic levy, but they were not. Trust me, I used those Germanic levy to great effect against the Huns a couple of times in just fun campaigns and other stuff. The Germanic levy having the javelins is honestly a bit ridiculous. It ends up working out very well for any player who gets them. Okay, we got Germanic nobles coming after us. Some of my cavalry are routing. I hope they get away and survive. Come on, out here. We need to once again kind of pull the enemy out of the choke point there, so that I have room to hammer an anvil. I should have big kills on several of these cav units I do. I still can't get rear charges though. Let's just get this Equite Promoti way over here. We're gonna charge forward and just defeat that damaged spear unit. Just gonna attack the young wolves and their general. So we'll charge that spear unit. That Germanic levy is gonna be gone. Good, run away and get off the battle map so that you can survive to fight the next battle. Okay, so we've got the enemy infantry busy from behind with my spearmen, and this will allow me to kind of cycle charge my cav. We're gonna aim at the enemy general here. There's another Germanic noble trying to work its way out to me. We're kind of just one by one getting rid of all the enemy units here. Those Germanic nobles will actually do pretty good against my spearmen. We'll have to lure them out again where I can continue to cav strike. My cav are getting all the kills here. And at this point we should be able to take our armored legio out of... Let's just get them actually fighting because I think they'll get more kills. Especially since they're not getting javelins thrown at them anymore. In fact, we can throw some javelins here. Just gonna charge in here. Turn on my armored legio off fire at will. The enemy general somehow has managed to survive this onslaught, unfortunately. Yeah, I need to pull all these spears back too. Gonna lose some cav. But we gotta get them away from that fight. Yeah, now my armored legionaries are kind of pushing in on the flanks of these units. It's gonna help rout them. So I lost another cav unit there. 21 of my cataphractari are gonna rout. And then my spearmen are now wavering because I had to pull away from that fight. As soon as we kill the enemy general, though, it should be game over for the enemy here. Let's pull our cataphractari around to the other side. This rear charge ought to kill the Germanic noble. Should have died the first time, to be honest, being attacked from in front and behind. My cataphractari can finish off this Germanic mounted warband quite easily. Enemy general still alive, down to 18 men. And even though it's routing, still hasn't died. So that is one resilient Germanic noble. So another Germanic noble there that's actually going to allow the enemy general to escape. We need to do another cycle charge. I'm gonna finish off that Germanic levy and then also see if we can kill the enemy general here that's in that Germanic noble. Which enemy units have returned to the battle? Must be the ones up in this fight. Trying hard to actually finish off an enemy general here, but there we go. We finally got a dead enemy general. Let's bring our spearmen in to close off the retreat of all these enemy infantry that are about to chain route. And we'll keep our cavalry out behind in order to get them as they run. So this will turn into an absolute slaughter on the water. Stupid Germanic levy and their stupid precursor javelins. Chase down that young wolf. Some of them must still be in the water. So just come over here. I don't want to actually get out into the water. I'll let my spears do that, because I don't want to get tangled up with these spearmen. Start pushing forward with their armored legio. So, yeah, I'm gonna chase as many of these routing troops as I can. I'd like to just utterly destroy the enemy here would be my preference. Get that young wolf. Young wolves. Mercenary Germanic pikes will probably get away. We're gonna get some of these Germanic levy, and then the rest of the infantry are getting caught in the river, surrounded on both sides. They've got nowhere to run. Enemies with nowhere to run is always a beautiful sight. And those Germanic levy are getting pulled down to the point where their unit probably won't come back from routing. But it's still got enough that it might. Let's go chase down that other unit. Looks like my cataphractari routed after the battle was over. It's like, hey, now that the battle's over, we can run away. We've been waiting this whole time, but we'll choose the time when we're actually safe to go ahead and run away. Let's see if we can javelin some of these routing Germanic levy. And maybe I'll try the same against these pikemen instead of chasing them. We just need to get them down to numbers to where they won't come back, basically. See if we can get one more javelin toss in there. That ought to finish those guys off. They're gone. Let's do a couple of javelin tosses here. These units are as good as ruined. And then all the other enemy units are now absolutely ruined too. So I don't know. There may be a few enemy units that survived earlier in the battle, but the rest are basically being killed to the last man. So that's going to be it for this battle. Looks like we got it taken care of with gusto. So that's a good start for this army. Their first battle, and they they killed 5,500 Langobards. So it was a 5-to-1 killing of the Langobards there. Let's hope I didn't lose any of my units, but I'm not too far from the training grounds if I need to go back and retrain. But we managed to just absolutely destroy both Langobard armies. So that's definitely good, and we did not lose a single unit somehow. I could replenishment, but I'm not going to because I want to keep the chevronage that my guys earned there from all the massacring of the Langobards, because I feel like I got plenty of time and room to retrain. That's the first fight that I haven't fought against the Sassanids in quite a while, so that's a bit of a different feeling. The Lockmids kind of continue to avoid contact with me. Those agents, I've got to kill those agents. They're slowing down my army. So who is this? And it's giving them really good chances, I think, because it's saying that this army of Macron is near enough to join the battle. And even if it is, I'm not sure that they have... That's the one that has the Dalamite warriors and stuff, though I might be able to hold off. We'll definitely fight this one, though I don't have time for it in this episode. So this episode's also ended up being... The last couple episodes have just been one battle on top of another. But that's okay. We should be whittling through the main strength of the enemy here. I mean, as we take out these stacks, it's just going to open up the way for me to really continue to press into their homeland. So hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.